I think I read a lot this year so far. I mean, granted, the material is kind of dense for some of the things that I read, and this isn't the entire stack, but this is the stack that was hibernating in my car. I've just been throwing books in the back seat, but yeah, it's a lot that I'm going to be going over and I want to discuss. So welcome back. But the first book that I want to talk about is A CEO for All Seasons, Mastering the Cycles of Leadership, right here. I kind of sifted through this book, but also took some pretty good things from this book right here. And I will say it let me know that being a CEO is not for everyone. To be a CEO of a Fortune 500 company is just not the deal for everyone. You have to really know yourself and know your leadership style if you were to become a CEO of any company, but also, of course, for the Fortune 500, one of the Fortune 500 companies. I think you really need to know yourself, and you have to know your leadership style and whatever you may be thinking, you know, when it comes to leadership and mastering success in any way. Going into these roles, just rethink all of that, because you're gonna have to do some type of shifting when it comes to leadership and knowing what the company will need in that season. So yeah, this was a pretty decent book, I would say, for someone learning about business, and I just thought it was interesting. And it's actually really small, as you can tell. It didn't take me long to finish, and I did sift through it, but then I also read it. I also read Red Clay by Charles B. Fancher. I'm not gonna lie to you, I stopped reading this book by chapter 32. I think that the resolve when it comes to Felix and his family just kind of took too long for me, but it was a very interesting read. I like the writing in this book. Charles B. Fancher, he did really well to tell us about Felix and his family, and kind of getting a feel for what it was like with the plot being after the Civil War, before the Civil War, knowing what it was like for slaves during that time when it came to emancipation. I did like it though. It was a really good read. This is the book that took me a while to finish because, I mean, it's Toni Morrison. You want to make sure that you're understanding the language. You want to make sure you're understanding all of the rhetoric. It was a good book. It had me captured for more than a month. I'm not going to lie to you. And the theme, what is it about a black man's life? You know what I mean? Like, for her to write a coming of age story from a black man's perspective, I really appreciated Toni Morrison for doing that in Song of Solomon. And there's language of suicide, and, you know, again, what is the cost of a black man's life? Everyone wants a black man's life in some way, more than you think, more than you know. And I appreciate Toni Morrison for doing this. This was good. Looking for Alaska. This is a young adult story that I really enjoyed. Like, I ate this up in 1 week. It only took a week. And I like the story about Alaska. We're looking for Alaska. We're trying to understand what happened to her. And it made me cry towards the end. I really enjoyed this young adult read. It was a banned book, and I'm guessing because of the sexual language, like some of the scenes in there were a little sexual, but it wasn't terrible. I liked it. It was good. I liked John Green's writing. Of course, he's the same author that wrote The Fault in Our Stars. So yeah, really good book. Sad, but also really good. I don't know, it was a good book. Paradise by Toni Morrison. This one had me stomped. Again, just black women and their identity. Of course, I saved the last two, the best for last, when it comes to black women and their identity, our identity in the world and in systems that, you know, we shouldn't be in, and all this other stuff. But also just the artwork that Miss Morrison puts together, or had put together, just leaves you kind of stumped, because there's so many themes, so many twists and plots that you never knew you could explore as a Black woman. And just knowing that there's some type of discomfort there when it comes to Black women and their identity in America. And I didn't know it was a trilogy. That too, I didn't know this was a trilogy. So I read Beloved, but I never read Jazz, because that's the second book, and then Paradise is the third. I didn't even know that it was 3 books. So maybe if I were to go back and read Jazz, there's just a lot of characters at play. So I got more than halfway through it and decided, I think we'll put her down for a minute. But it was a really good book, because I mean, it's Toni Morrison. Why wouldn't it be good? And last but not least, I've talked about this book. I've given it a short. I've talked about it in an actual video. This book was amazing, okay? This was the start of what summer was gonna look like for me. I just 5 stars, 5 out of 5. It was amazing. If you don't pick up any of the books that I just mentioned, this book right here, if you are a Black woman, even if you're not a Black woman, please read this book. This, I could see why Oprah put it on her list. It was really good. I'm not gonna talk too much about it anymore, but this was a good book. This one right here, Ken by Tayari Jones. This right here. And this is my current read. I'm reading right now The Last Interview and Other Conversations with Shirley Chisholm. She's a pioneer in the civil rights. Well, she's a Black activist. This woman right here ran for president, okay? If anything, that should be inspiring enough. She ran for president. Wick, yeah, all her, okay? So I hope that some of these books caught your eye. If any, I would say I would pick up Ken by Tayari Jones and Looking for Alaska. If you don't like too much of the discomfort when it comes to Black bodies or talking about Black men in general, I wouldn't pick up Song of Solomon, but it was so good. I think you should read Song of Solomon as well. Red Clay, mid to me. You know what I mean? Like, I wouldn't tell you, oh yeah, definitely pick that up. No, definitely pick up Ken by Tayari Jones and pick up Looking for Alaska by John Green, for sure. And then I'll let you guys know like where I'm at with this. I might do a short on it, but you know, it's The Last Conversations with Shirley Chisholm. Like, you have to read this. But yeah, I'll see you guys later. Thank you for joining me, seeing what I'm reading, seeing what I'm donating. You know, it means a lot to me. Talk to you later. Bye.